We're back on the Fowler Show, Ohio's greatest. Congressman Ryan.
Great to be with you.
How are you?
Excellent.
We're having the Pocket Square interview.
We're doing a Pocket Square thing. It's not quite square, but that's cool.
No, but mine's like,
we're young Turks, man. I mean, I'm hanging on. You're young Turk. I'm hanging on.
So the president spoke for an hour, which was a little too long, in my opinion, because this was be a short speech, just so the White House said. What'd you think now?
I thought it was great. I mean, I think he really I thought he nailed it. I mean, I got to be honest. I think he really articulated exactly where many of us are coming from as far as tolerance and optimism and what we can be if we settle down and work together.
So, and I think that the part of the speech that I think was the most well done was the final part, which says we need to change doing politics as normal because it hasn't worked. Yeah. For the past 4 years, we see nothing but gridlock, slowdowns, and Republicans. We had a Republican on the show earlier. I don't think he was the smartest one in the shed, but hey, I digress. But he was like, well, the president's done nothing. He's created this divisive culture. What do you say to those people who say, well, this is all the president's fault that we have divisions?
How you could listen to a speech like that and immediately come and run in front of the cameras and then be divisive. I mean, he admitted that he could have done better. He's trying to say, okay, we got a year left, let's see what we can do, and then they come right out and just go back to the talking points and go back to the divisiveness. I think shows where part of the problem is coming from, and I think the president articulated it's about appealing to their base, and we're seeing it in the Republican presidential election right now. Appealing to the base is getting this heated rhetoric and kind of the divide.
Well, let's talk about that. So your governor is running, and a lot of people in Ohio, some like him, some don't, but a lot of people like him. Well, I mean, what do you think? Well, one, do you think he has a shot? And two, I mean, do you like him?
You're going deep on me.
I am.
I think anybody has a shot. I mean, the recent poll has him, I think, second or at least tied for second in New Hampshire. So he could be positioning himself as the alternative establishment candidate. I don't mind the guy. I don't have any animosity towards him. I just disagree with a lot of what he has done in Ohio. I mean, all of the recovery that he's talking about, first of all, the Ohio miracle and all things, we are half. We're in the middle of the pack in the national average as far as job growth. So there isn't this huge miracle. There's still huge divides with wages, and any benefits that we've seen in Ohio have been because of the recovery package. He says, well, I had an $8 billion hole that I filled, and now we're moving. We gave him $8 billion from the stimulus package that helped plug the hole. And 1 in 8 jobs in Ohio come out of the auto industry. He was against the auto rescue package. So here we are benefiting from the auto rescue, which he was against, that has really helped the economy in Ohio. Any of the gains that we did have came out of the manufacturing in Ohio. Plus, as Donald Trump said, we struck oil. So,
hey, at least you can charge for it. I mean, a lot of states, that's what happened to Corbett in Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. He couldn't even charge for the oil because he would have pissed off Grover Norquist, and that would have been a situation.
Right.
But I mean, so just digging a little bit deeper into this president's speech, is there anything in the speech that you did not agree with that he said?
The TPP,
boom!
I think.
Another one for the home team.
The setup, bang. The TPP stuff. I just, I'm not buying it, and I think it's, it's bad for workers, bad for. I think ultimately
it's definitely bad for Ohio.
Bad for our country, bad for Ohio. The fact the country of origin labeling stuff that we're dealing with now, where other countries or the World Trade Organization can come in and supersede state laws, federal laws, and penalize us for trying to keep our consumers safe is really not good. And TPP does more of that.
So, if there's one thing that you like the entire speech, there's one thing that you would want to work with the president on and sort of champion to the finish line. What would that be?
Well, we're working with them on the manufacturing hub piece, but I think one of the big issues I really think we have to work on, if we're going to bend the cost curve in healthcare, we've got to work on the issue of nutrition, wellness, prevention, and we've got to figure out how to, get people healthier in America, or we're not going to be able to balance the budget. Medicaid, Medicare represent about 40% of our budget, 20% each of the entire budget. Never going to balance the budget if we don't get that under control. We got to get that under control by reducing diabetes, reducing obesity, heart disease, these things that are really driving the budget. Many of those, we're now understanding 75 to 80% of healthcare costs are coming from behavioral issues, smoking, bad diets, lack of exercise, lack of sleep, high stress. And we got to get that under control. So I'd love to work with the president on that.
He wants to work with the president to make you eat healthier America. The Pocket Square interview is now officially over.
And we have off camera Congressman Greg Meeks from New York, who I spotted. And you notice? You see what he's wearing?
A Pockets boom with a Pocket Square. I think we're wearing the same
in.
Pocket Square. We might be wearing the same Pocket Square.
No, his is nicer than yours. I'm sorry.
Only on State of the Union will I take that from a member of Congress. We'll be right back.